Good morning, guys and gals. How you doing? It is a fine Saturday morning at approximately 1:30 before I really wanted to be getting out of bed, but for good reason. I'm off down to the Harz mountains to meet up with the Likeable Rider, and thankfully the sun is in the sky. It's relatively warm. I've got the saddlebag slung over my shoulder, so I feel properly like John Wayne. Get off your horse and drink your milk. But anyway, let's go and get the bike and get on with it. Sweating already. And we're away. Well, of course, what AndyManCam video wouldn't be complete without starting with a roadblock. Who knew that on the day that I wanted to get out of Hamburg, it'd be a friggin' street festival? Find another way, shall we? Right, well, the first part of this journey, unfortunately, there's going to be 2.5 hours of me on the motorway. So for you lot, that's going to be pretty boring. So how about you go make yourself a brew and we'll see each other in the mountains. Well, it looks like we found some traffic on the motorway, as is pretty much standard, but look at this for a traffic wedge. Like that scene in Die Hard 2 where he uses the ambulance to charge through the city. He is parting the seas. Brilliant. Well, it does sadly mean we're going to be a little bit late.
Hello mate, running 10 minutes behind. Bugger.
Oh, that is that. We're in the trees, we're in the hills, we're in the sun, and the motorway is over. So now we just need to go and find the Likeable Rider on his thumpy thunder trumpet of a KTM. Maybe have a coffee, maybe have some pastry, and I might need to find some fuel pretty quick. The bike is running on the memory of petrol right now. Looks like we're just about there. Oh, there he is. There's the man himself, and there's the thunder trumpet. How you doing, mate?
How you doing?
Good to see you. Sorry I'm late.
Don't worry.
Well, our original plan to have a nice coffee, a chinwag and a piece of cake was tits up from the beginning because the cafe actually shut at 11:30.
I was sat there waiting for him. I thought, I'll not be Jack and have a coffee on my own. I'll wait for him.
Oh yeah, sorry mate.
No worries. Leg 2, here we go.
Right then.
Off-road.
You are hardcore. So this is it, the beginning of AMC versus Likeable Rider.
Magic. Well, it's definitely warm now anyway.
Yeah, I've finally stopped shivering after my motorway session. It's just not warm enough for this suit yet. I know you've got the same one.
Yeah, well, I haven't been getting on with mine. The jacket's fine, but for some reason the trousers sort of around the gusset, it's dead tight. So when I want to hang off, it's not very comfortable. So I probably need to wear it more, to be honest.
Or maybe your gusset's just too big, mate. Yeah, I find mine alright, to be honest. The biggest problem with me hanging off is my own hipular flexibility. I desperately need fuel. It could die at any second.
No way. After running out yesterday?
Yeah, it ran out yesterday with 72 on the reserve clock, and I'm on 69 now.
I'm still getting used to this bike as well. I've not had it, what, maybe just under 2 months, so it's all pretty new.
With mine, even though I've had it since October last year, I still haven't ridden it on a nice day.
Well, we couldn't have asked for better weather, dude.
No, this is perfect, isn't it?
So where was your gig last night?
Oh, you've disappeared.
Have you gone?
Hello?
Oh no!
Well, fuel stopped straight off, but already we've lost intercom connection, so that's disappointing. Well, we've got fuel, but the intercoms have remained disconnected. I think they don't like each other or something. We're going to go and blart our bikes around the countryside for a few minutes, and we'll try Plan B at lunchtime.
You're kidding? What are we going up here for?
So we're off-roading to start with, eh, Sean? Nice.
Well, this isn't what I had in mind.
What? You sure I almost got some air there?
This is probably the worst road surface in Germany, and we found it. That was embarrassing. Sorry about that, Andy. Where are we going? This is definitely round the houses. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Typical Garmin thing. When you got it on curvy roads, it thinks you can have fun through there.
So the twisties doth begin.
Oh yes.
Already the roads are fantastical. Carries on like this today, this is going to be a very enjoyable day. This is the Harz mountains that we're in now, which is about 2.5 hours south of Hamburg. I mean, I've been here twice before, but always at the end of another trip, so I've just kind of skimmed through. This time I'm just really happy that I get to properly spend a bit of time here. As the bored housewife said to the vicar, it's going to be nice to be able to get a bit of back and forth and up and down. It is an utterly beautiful area though. What an awesome place. Well, that was Goslar on the northwestern tip of the Harz, and now we're going to kind of head south and east, eventually ending up at Stolberg, the place in which we will hopefully be broadcasting live. Traffic! Drat! Oh, this is a real shame. Loving this quick shifter though, bashing quickly up the box. Sounds dangerously, vaginally disrespectful. A lovely grumbling growl from Sean's KTM.
Bit good here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's alright. A gang. Right, lads, how's it going? Ah, it looks like we've found our lunch stop for the day.
Coffee, sir?
I say, why ever the bloody hell not?
Well, boys and girls, stopped for some refreshments, and now we're back on comms.
Sorry, mate, I couldn't hear you. What was that? It's not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Ho ho ho!
Oh, I love this place. It's getting a bit chilly up here. We's here. Let's get some chips.
Oh, yeah, that was quick. There's some machinery here. So we've stopped at this delightful establishment. What's it called, Sean? Torfhaus. Yeah, and we've decided to pick out two of the least bikery snacks available. Sean's gone for a lovely...
I think it's lips and ears.
Lips and ears soup. And I've ordered the most disappointing pretzel the world has ever seen. I was expecting something as big as my hand. But look, it's like...
That is incredibly small.
That's what she said. So, all 74 cameras are now activated with power and memory. Should last about 3 seconds before all batteries are dead.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest dam in the Harz Mountains we're off to.
What's it called again?
The Rappborder Talsperre.
Radstoldenpaden-Faltengorbenbladen.
Some ridiculous German word that I can't pronounce.
Valley's a proper impressor on me, but
Proper lovely in it, boyo.
Rosa's coming through.
A lot of times to catch bikers here in the Harz, there's a lot of unmarked police cars and police bikes, you know, they'd have no idea. Right, exiting stage right for some twisty action.
One side order of twisty action coming right, huh?
That's the sign everybody wants to see, the double bend. Well, that sort of sign, that's a good sign. Oh, he's scraping the floor. I haven't been able to scrape any body parts as yet on this bike.
No, I haven't, despite hearing lots of talk about rubbish ground clearance on FZ1s. But then I put these adjustable foot pegs on. Even though they're lower than the stock ones, I've actually got more ground clearance.
I mean, even on the Beamer, I found it easier to hang off on that than on this, even though the pegs are higher on this bike and it's got more foot peg clearance. To scrape a knee, I'm struggling.
Yeah, I've never got my knee down on a full-size bike. And to be honest, I'm not really all that bothered about it. I haven't even bothered putting sliders on my trousers. So I'm not going to ride with you anymore. Everybody looks at your bike now. People used to look at mine.
Sorry. I did get a lot of shit actually from my friends for riding a BMW. All of them are Brits and all ride Triumphs. So that was like, I don't know, sleeping with their wife. But I loved the XR. I mean, it was mental bonkers, not quite as much as this, but I still liked it. And I only bought this because I was off sick and I was bored and I just did something stupid.
Never ceases to amaze me how incredible the forests are in this country.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Do you know what, to be honest, I'm getting sick of waving now. Oh, you're such an Elend.
Is that what that sign said?
Yeah, the village is called Elend. The B is silent.
Oh, a nice bend. Here we go. Road surface is a bit naff. Oh. The right gear would be good.
Normally helps.
Bit of a brain fart.
Well, that's a horrible surface.
Oh god, that was a bit twitchy.
Can't remember the last time I saw so many bikers.
Well, that's us arriving at the dam.
Doing everything too quick.
Yeah. There's still plenty of twisties after this dam here. There's a big tunnel here. We can make some noise.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, who was that?
Pardon me.
The poor locals. What a pair of knobbers. That's the zip line up there.
Absolute madness. So we're gonna ride off in the middle, down there, and then try and...
One big massive stoppie.
That is nuts. So if it isn't clear to you already, this is a zip line which goes from that tower up the top there and flies all the way down to the bottom. If we didn't have bikes full of luggage and shizzle, we actually thought about doing it. Impressive bit of damage there. Yeah, we'll come back another day, mate. We'll do the zip line. And onwards to the twistages.
I'm actually a bit warm now. It's a bit hot. Bit of a sweat on.
This suit is so breezy. As soon as we get moving, I cool down instantly.
It's cold now. Oh, an English car. I just noticed there, look.
Have you ever accidentally waved at a British car and then seen the confused look on their face that an apparently German person is waving at them?
No,
Well, I did it a few times at the beginning, just like, oh look, an English car, and then realised that, hang on a minute, I've got a German number plate now.
he must know I'm English because I'm waving at him. Right, this road should be super twisty apparently. It's not very wide though.
We don't need much space.
Not much room for error. Yeah, I'd prefer it to be a little wider, the old road.
You've been living in Germany for too long, mate. Spoilt. For Scotland or Wales, this would be a wide one.
And it'd be full of holes.
Yeah, and sheep.
This is definitely narrow.
With no runoff whatsoever.
Just a river. You wouldn't want to see a tractor coming around the corner. Yeah, ride a bit more ginger through here, I think. It's a bit dodgy. It's definitely twisty road, but it's not the easiest to...
This is a lot like the roads I went on in between Lago di Maggiore and Lake Como. It's very twisty and tight. The only difference is these ones are actually smooth.
So lots of the Black Forest is like this, actually.
Every time I've been to the Black Forest, it's just crapped it down with rain on me. Oh,
it's getting twisty. twisty. Shame the road's only 2 foot wide.
But luckily some of the divots are about 2 foot deep as well.
Yeah. Oh, this is awful. Gosh.
That's a little bit close to you there.
I've got everything in sport, so it's all hard and firm and snatchy throttles, stuff you don't want to have when you ride in these roads.
Yeah, me too, but it's the only setting I've got.
Oh god, this is awful. Yeah, we should have gone a different way.
That's part of the adventure. No risk, no fun, as they say.
Absolutely, old boy. Whoa. There'll be a tree line across the road in a second, I'm sure of it. He's having a slash, that guy, right in the middle of the car park. Oh, you mucky bugger, you. Well, that's a bit better. Just have to ride on the wrong side of the road. It's all right there.
Famous last words. It's much better over here. Crash!
You still there?
Hello?
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 Talk to me.
Hello, hello?
Are you back?
Hello, 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 hello.
No.
We've lost comms, but anyway, we're here to ride, so maybe we can't chat for a minute. I'm sure we'll sort that out shortly. Wrestle with the technology to try and squeeze some semblance of functionality out of its overcomplicated husk. Oh, there he is. All on its own, it just came back. How weird is that? So, last stretch for the day then.
That's a better road surface.
This is lovely, isn't it?
Something flapping around here. It's doing my head in. What is it? It's my thumb. Damn.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, so this is Stolberg. There's a proper nice town centre here.
It's one of those towns that looks like maybe it's not quite real. Like if you pushed one of the buildings, it would fall over.
Every time I've been here, people ride through with horse and carriage, and it's all that sort of stuff still.
And then we come and hooligan it up.
It's quite a bikey town still, though. They're used to the noise.
This is proper nice, isn't it?
There's loads of cafe bars and restaurants here, so we can maybe walk into here if we don't want to eat in the hotel. Well, hopefully our hotel's not 5k, no, 700 metres.
Look at that one there on the left with the bit sticking out. Oh, I love them when they got a bit sticking out. That's what she said.
Should we just pull in here first and see what we're doing?
Bloody hell, is that where we're staying?
I think so.
That looks proper nice, sunshine. Is it a bad sign that there's a witch strapped to the front of the building?
No, Andy, that was an absolute pleasure today.
Oh, mate, it really was.
Mint.
Awesome, great stuff.
Well, we've got another day of it tomorrow.
Oh, bloody hell. Do we have to, Mum?
36 curves is down here.
Yeah, there's a road tomorrow. 36 hairpins in a 500 metre stretch. Now, how long is it? Like 10k's or something? 12k's?
No, it's not even that. It's probably 2 or 3.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's just...
I'm going to have wet dreams about that tonight.
I've not looked into where we're going to go after. I can probably throw some twistiness in.
It's how some of the most interesting days started, isn't it? With, I think we should throw some twistiness in today, darling.
Brace yourself. I'm going to get me curly whirly out.
Because it's covered in chocolate or because it's got toffee in the middle?
Oh.
Anyway, let's get bikes packed up, get a beer, get some dinner, and then get live.
Yeah.
So it turns out we seem to have accidentally got the honeymoon suite. Complete with diamond chandelier, 4-poster bed with curtains and roses on the sheets. Oh mate, we're gonna have such a romantic time.
All the action happens.
Yeah. So nice that you picked this out. That's why I married this guy. Well, here we are walking into the town of Stolberg, and I did think actually everything was going far too well until I realised I forgot to bring any shoes with me, didn't I? Look, bloody Daytona bike boots on walking into town. I look like a proper chav. But sadly, it looks like we're going to have to cancel the live stream because the internet in Germany is stuck.
We're on dial-up.
Apparently the internet is stuck in the same era in which these houses were made. So short of knocking on people's doors and asking if we can use their broadband, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a write-off. So that's a real shame.
On the plus side, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, have a couple of shandies to commiserate. Not to be a share my life hashtag food porn idiot like all the other people out there. Sean has chosen this hideous contraption with mushrooms and jizz on top of it. I've got a schnitzel that has a schnitzel, obviously, that's kind of vital for schnitzels. Then it's got bolognese sauce with beef in it. Then it's got bacon, and then it's got cheese on top. That is just
The way to go.
that's food porn. That's. Well, good morning, ladies and gents. After a wonderful romantic evening in the honeymoon suite, me and the Likeable Rider are going to head off. So it's goodbye to Hotel zum Bürgergarten with a witch unceremoniously strapped to the front of the building and on to some super twisties.
Not your mesh on.
I haven't got my mesh on.
Mesh intercom on.
Oh, I'm in private mode. All the good stuff happens in private mode.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we have got 19 Ks down to the 36 curves. Is it me or are the roads damp?
Yeah, bit of Night Sweat. Sounds like a good band name. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Hamburg. We are Night Sweat.
Well, that was a beautiful stay.
It was quite pleasant. Although, having said that, it was a bit ridiculous that we had no curtains. How stupid was that? With the light shafting in this morning at 6 o'clock, that was a real pleasure.
I found the shower basin a bit weird. It was plastic, wasn't it? There was a lot of give in it.
What that says is you're just too heavy, mate.
Fat bastard.
Had too much schnitzel last night. Which reminds me, I'm really sorry about the lack of a live video. Just didn't come together last night. So obviously we got really drunk to make up for that. Sadly, there's no footage of that because we were too drunk to operate the cameras. Plus, I was too busy waving my penis at all the locals.
I must have missed that show.
Mate, you joined in. Don't give me that I can't remember nonsense.
Busted. What a beautiful place to be on a Sunday morning.
Hello? Really garbled. I can't understand a thing. This mesh thing is absolute toilet. That whole stretch there was all just...
I didn't understand that. I was hoping that you did that on purpose.
Yeah, that was really rubbish. It was all just...
I mean, now it's working.
We're practically touching though. The only way it could be clearer is if we were spooning. It's dead, isn't it? I've always thought if you ever wanted to record a zombie movie, you could do it in Germany on a Sunday.
Right, Andy, we have arrived.
Oh, yeah, look at that, the 36 Cafe. Right, we're going to try and sort out this intercom nonsense because it's just not working. Yeah, so Bluetooth is now connected with the mesh nonsense forgotten for the time being, so we'll see how more effective, if at all, that is. But here we go. Here are the 36 curves of Kiffhäuser.
Let's have it.
Actually got a toe slider on the floor for the first time on this bike there.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's the lot.
Spin it round, shall we?
I'm going to stop here.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
Have you gone?
No, not yet. Just nearly dropped my bike down a ditch.
Oh, whoops.
It's alright, hang on. Oh, I've got my front end off the bloody road. Right, all good, I'm on the way. Now we'll go back down again, hopefully without any traffic. It's always a bit more sketchy on the way down, isn't it?
I don't like downhills at all.
It's like all that power and acceleration you've got is just so exacerbated, isn't it? Exacerbated? That's not even a real word. Exacerbated is when your masturbation makes something worse. Oh, that tightens up.
This cornering ABS is something. I mean, you can slam the anchors on when you've got it cranked over, and it doesn't do anything.
See, I haven't even got normal ABS.
Bugger.
No BS. So I've got a no BS system.
You know, I did this in the rain last year. That wasn't that particularly fun, but
Yeah, I can imagine it wasn't. Just did a downshift blip without a downshift. That was clever.
I'm not shifting at all. I'm just cruising it. Can't be arsed.
I'm going to go off-roading. I'll see you in a minute.
Green lane.
Oh, I'm in. Oh, I don't like it. I'm scared. I'm coming back out. I've got a squirrel stuck in my tyre. Right, I'm okay. I survived. And so the journey continues in the glorious sunshine. What a beautiful day.
Eyes right for a nice backside.
Yeah, he must work out.
Well, this Bluetooth intercom, the audio is definitely seems HD.
Yeah, the mesh seems like heavily over-compressed digital nonsense, whereas this seems like quite nice, clear, analog-ish almost.
Oh, we need some fuel, right?
Yeah.
I've still got half a tank.
Really? Wow.
I can get nearly 400 Ks out of a 23 litre tank.
That's impressive.
And I wasn't expecting that on this bike. I thought if you rinse it, then it's going to be a drinker, but it's really not.
To be honest, mine is a lot better than I expected it to be. I mean, I can get consistently 250.
No, that's not too bad.
That's a usable range, isn't it? Maybe I'm just not being enough of a hooligan.
By any chance, does your bike take LKV truck diesel?
Yeah, let's do it. If it's going to get us through quicker.
Can we get out here? Or is this the car wash?
Riding through the car wash, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, it is and all.
Oh dear, I'm about to lose my heated grips controller here. It wasn't the best fitting that I've ever done.
Well, folks, we've got another 90 Ks of twistiness, and then we're going to pull up a quick coffee and go on our merry way. I'd rather stay out for another 2 days.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, real life is calling.
2 or 3 of the guys that I ride with, they're all retired at like 50 years of age, and they just bugger around on their bikes, and jealousy is at a maximum.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm still aiming for my target of retirement by 40. I've got a year and a half.
It'd be doable.
I think I'm just going to have to make a sex tape. That's my last ditch effort.
Yeah, porn I think is the way to go, isn't it?
Moto porn.
I'm not sure how the wives would get on with that, but
I think sadly they're going to have to be involved, otherwise the market is going to be very niche.
yeah.
Oh, back into the trees, lovely.
Back to the narrow roads.
Excellent. That's a bit of excitement.
Keeps us on our toes.
Oh, that was a kick in the pants. That was a very half-assed rev bomb. That was pathetic. More of a rev grenade.
Spaff. Well, we're back in Stolberg.
Very happy we get to go through the town again in the sunshine. Look at this place. It's like fairy tale. The Schloss up in the background. Oh, it's bloody lovely.
They just look like they're falling over, don't they, the houses? There's no straight lines anywhere.
The Picasso town. The bakery was called Freewee. Isn't that a thing that girls can use to pee at festivals? But that's a sheepy. It just goes on and on. This place is absolutely stunning. I'm moving here. That's it. Decided.
Right, we need to get a shot of Mr. Safira here. I was totally in the wrong gear for that.
Still mostly worked.
Oh, I heard your bike then in the intercom.
Oh, what a delightful bend. Oh, quick shifter for the win.
Oh, look at these roads, man. This is a hang-off opportunity. Let's get our knees down. Ow, I've got a cramp now. I've just ripped me gusset.
You alright, Grandad?
I was laying some edging stones the other day, and I was just, after I'd finished, I thought I'd just sit on the driveway, lean up against the wall and drink a beer. I knew that the trousers, they were on work trousers, and the gusset was completely gone, so it was a bit breezy anyway, but 10 or so people walked past with their dogs and whatnot. I looked down and I had one knacker hanging out. And I was just waving at these people. Nobody pointed out, Sean, one of your knackers is out, pal.
Yeah, I very almost had a disastrous situation, sort of similar. The other day I went to see the osteopath, and I was in a hurry and I couldn't find any pants. So I got dressed really quickly. I was a bit late for my appointment, whipped my jeans on, no pants. It wasn't until I was on the tube, I just suddenly thought, I'm going there because I've got back trouble and a little bit of hip pain. I wonder what the chances are. She might want me to take my trousers off. And then so I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I'm going to sit there cupping my meat and two veg in front of the osteopath while she's giving me a cuddle from behind and clonking everything back into place.
Awkward.
So I had to quickly jump into Chibo, buy a set of boxer shorts on the way to the doctor's to try and conceal my decency.
So you should have let it go and see what happened.
Just stood there, hands behind my head. What do you reckon, Doc? Is it terminal?
I had a similar thing when I first joined the military when I was 16. I went for a medical, and the doctor, you're going through the main stuff, and all of a sudden he tells me to take my clothes off, and I was completely naked in front of this blimmin' sex pest, and he was making me like bend down and crouch, and I was hopping around his blimmin' office, and it was so degraded.
He's in jail now, that guy. He's on the list.
I said to the few other guys I was joining up with, I said, did you have that? And they were like, no, we didn't. We got the cough test, but that was about it. I've just been abused. Oh dear. What we do for our countries.
Thanks for that. Your service is appreciated. I think I've got an insect in my helmet. Oh, no, it's my beard. What What is he doing? Look at that.
He's been a cock.
What an absolute toss pipe. To purposely block you on the one bit you're allowed to overtake on. Well, it's just such a hateful attitude. Still like it.
I mean, riding a bike with so much beans on just makes overtaking a pleasure. Whoops.
Child's play, isn't it? Yeah, I used to have to really think about overtakes on the 650, but on this thing, quick squirt and it's all over.
Story of my life. I'll give you my best 2 minutes, love. Brace yourself.
Delightful.
I prefer these roads, fast flowing bends.
Yeah, you can carry some speed through and try and stitch them all together, can't you? Oh, toe slider down. Second time today.
I'm just going to scratch mine now.
Yeah, that was a lovely little patch. Still just really do think that Germany is such an underrated place.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, speaking to so many people online that, you know, they've never been and they want to come. And I said, you really should, because there's so many places to go. Hasselfelder.
A field full of hassles.
This place is quite old style as well. Oh, Husqvarna. Oh, look, you want a chainsaw?
The only nudie they've had in there is when they had that fruity typist girl in the back office. What I'm talking about, when was the last time an office had a typist? All right, Grandad. Oh, they're not hanging about, are they? It's all terribly picturesque, isn't it?
And every so often some lunatic on a motorbike blasts through.
Bloody reprobates.
These crash barriers are fairly new, aren't they, where they put it all the way down to the road?
Yeah, it looks like it. They've obviously had a few people get chopped in halves or something.
Oh shit, that scared the shit out of me then. Bit of poo came out. It's obviously too leisurely for AndyManCam here.
Just fancied a bit of spurt up the hill there. Oh, it tightens up here, mate.
Well, Andy is proper wringing its neck. Why, thank you.
My pleasure, sir.
Oh, we've caught everybody up now. Bagger. Come on, boys. Oh, nice one.
I've pushed that completely.
Missed your window. Oh, that looks a bit tight.
It's great, isn't it? There's so many bike cafes just dotted about the place. It's the place to come, it seems. What road is this? This is fantastic.
This is the 4.
The B4. Except for the traffic, everything about this is just perfect, isn't it? Nice wide road, sweeps left and right, the surface is lovely and smooth.
I think we'll have to be careful through here. Don't want a speeding ticket at the end of the weekend.
Oh, beautiful.
Was 17 only for motorcyclists, does that mean, or
It's
what?
racist.
One, cars can do 100.
Apparently, if they want. Now we're open. Do what we want now. Well, within reason, obviously. 300 on the back wheel might raise an eyebrow.
Oh, what a corner.
This is wonderful. Grimbarts. What is the deal with them strapping old ladies to the front of the buildings?
I didn't see it.
There was a witch hanging off the top of the telephone wire there as well.
No idea what that is.
Look at that, there's a witch on a broomstick.
A witch.
I mean, it looks like a bundle of rags with a stick stuffed through it, but she's a witch! Look, she's got a big nose and everything. All right, we might put the nose on her.
Yeehaw! mega.
That was awesome. Oh, absolutely bloody love this place. I say this about every place I go for a ride to, that this is now my favourite place in the world to ride a bike. So until I go somewhere else, that will stay true.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, we're leaving the National Park Harz. Or rather in English, we're leaving the Harz National Park. Park National Harz leaving we are, yes!
Well, there's a car in there. What's he doing? I always get nervous when I see a parked car.
That's alright, he's just dogging. I was explaining to my missus the other day what dogging was. Not from a position of any kind of experience. Her reaction was priceless. She just said, no, that's not even a thing, you're making that up.
Maybe they do it here.
Do they?
Yeah. Not that I've ever been. I mean, I don't know that it's like 3 flashes on your interior light and you wind your window up twice.
You seem to know quite a lot, mate. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're coming into Clausthal-Zellerfeld, where we're actually going to try and find somewhere to have a coffee, maybe a hot sausage, and maybe eat something after that. But what a bunch of roads, bloody hell.
Awesome.
Mate, you absolutely pulled it out of the hat picking the roads for this last couple of days. It's been pretty spot on, mate.
It was a bit tasty, wasn't it?
It was very tasty. Well, that is a blue house.
Should we go in there? That looks alright. I'm parking here. Solid. I've got you a gift, Andy.
Oh yeah?
Something I made.
You made me something? I'm excited now. Oh, look at that. Oh mate, that is awesome. Look!
It was the first attempt. It came out okay. I think it needs some work, but...
With a sticker in there and all. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure, Andy.
It really has. I've got a sticker stuck away somewhere for you as well. Just got to find it is the problem.
Look at this.
Oh mate, I can't find it. The Likeable Rider, Sean. Thanks very much, mate.
It's been a pleasure.
Awesome roads, great weather.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to give you my sticker, pretend. So
Thank you very much.
Oh, look at that. What a lovely shiny sticker. Safe trip home. Enjoy your twisties, you lucky sod. Sadly, we can't all have twisty roads on the way home, you After you, my lord. Take care, buddy. So this is it, the last little stretch of twisties of the weekend. And what a weekend it's been. Great roads, great company. So thanks once again, Sean, for coming over. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you, my friend. It's been a lot of fun. And of course, you can find the Likeable Riders channel, the link which I'll post up here to the top right, the more antics of him bombing around on his KTM. Before that, his BMW S1000XR. AndyManCam meets the Likeable Rider now comes to a shadow-dappled, twisty-roaded end. And this is us back into Zeesen, which is the town that me and Sean actually met up with yesterday afternoon at the beginning of this little trip. Thank you so very much for watching. Of course, any of you who've jumped over from the Likeable Riders channel, welcome aboard the good ship AndyManCam. Please do be sure to subscribe to the channel to make sure you keep up to date with any new stuff that's coming out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks very much to the Likeable Rider for coming over to meet up with me. Thanks for putting up with 2 days of my drivel in your helmet. And of course, it has been said that I can talk a lot as well. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Keep them shiny, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ra!